If you're scared to watch this movie, clap your hands.
I get my own room.
Oh, you really?
I called it in the room. 1, 2, 3,
4, 9, 10. First clap.
Let me try with pleasure hands.
Now, I remember when I first saw the teaser trailer for this movie thinking that it looked freaking phenomenal. I just loved the whole vibe to it, and I liked the fact that it was like a scene from the movie that they were projecting into the teaser trailer. But when I saw the official trailer to it, I thought it looked a little less as appealing as the first one did, the first teaser. But I have to say, with the reviews coming in and the fact that they moved it from a September-October release into just the middle of summer because they thought that it was going to be so good, I was really intrigued to watch this. And I have to say that it was freaking phenomenal. What did you guys think about it?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great plot.
Honestly, I thought the movie was just plain creepy. Like, you watch it throughout and you're expecting like so many things. It's just so suspenseful. But like, you actually watch it and it's just, there's so many things that just like pop out.
It doesn't rely on jump scares, but
yeah.
it like, is essentially super, super creepy.
Yeah, and it just like, it plays in your mind, man. Like, you think about it even after you watch the movie, so bad.
And the next thing that we want to talk about or actually get more into is the story.
It's about Lorraine and Ed Warren, who are two world-renowned paranormal investigators. They've gotten thousands and thousands of cases. They go to schools, colleges, which is also part of the movie. But this was the one case that they refused, and I mean absolutely refused to say, refused to tell anybody about it. Didn't go to any of the meetings, nothing of that. And they finally decided that yes, we're going to release this. This is going to become a movie.
Now for me, the biggest thing with this was it's not only that I felt that it was a little, it had some cliche moments. You had like the things with the birds going around, which reminded me a lot of Dark Skies, which just came out not too long ago. You obviously had the exorcism type aspects of it, the thing with the mom and like the possessions and things like that, which you've seen before. But to me, it's like when someone tells a joke that is funny, depending on who you hear it from is what makes a big difference. And the fact that James Wan was the director for this movie and what he did with it, like different angles, the way he had the characters portrayed, and just the whole essence that he had in this is what made this movie like really stand out for me.
I have the same feeling, and honestly, like it's not completely something that, different that could come out something
it's not
new.
Like avoiding all
it's not. But the way he does it is he does it very, very well. He integrates so many different styles, so many different angles of the camera that just they give this movie that surreal feeling.
Specifically, there's this one where one of the little girls looks under the bed, and to me,
oh yeah,
just starting from the beginning of the movie, the way he shoots it is phenomenal. He's got these still shots and things like that. But that one just had me like drooling. Just when the girl looks under the bed and you have everything's looking upside down, and she like picks it up, and the camera moves with it. It's just phenomenal. He's a genius. He's a master at what he does.
And the part that was really amazing was that not only did you see it from one family's point of view, you saw it from the couple's point of view. Like, you saw what they were going through and what the family was going through, and it all went into intricate detail, and like in the end they all meshed together so well.
And the next best thing about this movie has got to be hands down the acting.
Now for me personally, what I really liked about this movie was, even though you had the adult cast who did a really good job, it was the girls who were in this movie. They did a really good job with having you like be as scared as they are. Specifically, there was one who got her hair pulled, and I think she was the same girl who was in the Twilight movies. There was also the one girl from Ramona and Beezus, the one who plays Ramona, who I've seen her in a lot of other things, and she's a really good actress, but I always think that she's got like these really annoying roles. But in this movie, she was phenomenal. She was the one girl in that one scene where she looks under the bed and the whole camera moves with her. And it's the girls who were like a main point in this movie, and I think that they all did a really good job. They didn't like slack, because usually you have kid actors who slack. They were on the top of their game.
I thought it was really extremely well cast. Like, anytime there was like a scary moment, you could feel their fear like with yourself. Like, you feel like you're there.
You felt the same tension the characters had.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wanted to touch on two of the characters, like the mom. She's actually really good at acting. Like, it's kind of iffy at first when you watch her, but like as you see the whole movie, you see like a drastic change.
What she has to go through, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What she goes through.
It's so good. It's crazy. But what was it, Lorraine?
Vera Farmiga's
character. Yeah, she's actually in a TV show called The Bates Motel, and when you see her in that show, she's like this crazy, overprotective mom, and then like you see her in the movie, and it's like completely
opposite,
different.
yeah.
Like, you see her, she has this calm demeanor, But the fact that she's a clairvoyant is that you know that she feels all the like bad things that happen in the house. You can feel everyone's fear, and it's just.
She was sort of like
just really
the
good.
driving force in this movie. 'Cause
Yeah,
she was like,
exactly.
she felt what everybody was going through.
What I had to say about this movie is Patrick. What's
Patrick
his name?
Wilson, yeah, the main guy, because he was in Insidious.
He was also, another Wong movie. I don't know how he was really gonna separate the two movies. It's the same genre. It's the same type of movie.
Yeah, you could have easily been like, oh, it's just like Insidious.
It could have been like Insidious 1.5, you could say. But in this movie, I felt he acted for this movie, no other movie whatsoever. This was a completely different feel to it. They were both very good movies, but in this movie, I felt he did a phenomenal job of playing the character that he did play, which he was the lead male role for this movie. I felt he brought the unity to. You felt the connection with him and Lauren, with him and the family. Just overall, he did a phenomenal job with this, and also with the little girls. How he stated, the little girls were just playing creepy. The scenes with them, I felt were really, really good. Especially one that stands out in particular is she started. Well, it's not the youngest girl; it's one of the middle girls. She started sleepwalking, and they had experienced it before, but I bet
you see through it. It's like she's like sleepwalking. It's like it could easily be something that's like funny because she's like hitting herself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like the way that she's doing it's like. Yeah, that's not funny.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That was really creepy that they were able to do that. And again, it goes with the acting overall. That was just really good. And of course, you can't review a scary movie without talking about the scary part of the movie. Starting off clearly with the doll. Now, I remember seeing the poster for this doll and thinking, it looked like a really creepy doll. And in the movie, you see it and you're like, who the heck would have a doll like this?
No, honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Why would you buy that for anyone?
But I like the fact that it didn't overdo its stay in the movie. Like, it was creepy, and it comes in like little bits and pieces, and it has like a major role. But the fact that it wasn't like overdoing itself in the movie, I thought that was really good. So it was a definitely creepy aspect of it.
For me, there was this one scene where it's just like I could not handle it. There was this thing on top of a dresser, and I saw it for like a second, and I was like, I'm done. Like, I literally put my hand up. I could not look at it. It was that creepy.
And it's just like you were saying, it compared a lot to.
Guys, I'm really scared with this doll. I want to move it, but I don't know how I should move it.
We'll be okay. But you said it compared a lot to the movie Mama, because there's a lot of scenes where it's like you see something there that's not really there. They're like, there's something behind it, and you're like, what is it behind it? But they don't really show it to you, so it has your imagination going crazy. And so it's like you have those scenes where you finally see it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And like it sort of takes a little bit of the aspect.
It does take a little bit away from it.
Once you know what it looks like.
like with Mama, where they showed her the first time and I thought, okay, that was cool that they did show her, but then they kept showing her over and over and over again.
And I don't think he really overdoes it.
He does not really.
No,
he does not. And one aspect of the movie that I did personally like, it wasn't a teaser trailer, was the part where she's on the staircase and she lights a candle. The match. But when you watch this actual scene in the movie, it is that much better. It is phenomenal.
I like when they do that.
And like I was sitting there watching it, I was like, okay, this was in the trailer. I've seen it already.
But there's more to it.
And then when I see what happens, and I'm just like, well, what just happened?
They add elements to it. You're like, wait, dude, I'm not ready for this. It's supposed to be the same thing again. And
it's not the same thing. And when you see that, you're just like, okay, this movie is gonna be great.
But also another thing that's in this movie that a lot of scary movies benefit from is when they have humor in it, because just like the comedy or just like the scary parts catch you off guard, there's the comedy also that's like, oh, you're really tense, you're really scared, but then they do something funny and you're like, oh, okay.
In particular with he's a skeptic. He doesn't really believe in ghosts. The cop character. He's with them on this case with the family, with Lorraine and Ed Warren. And there's this one scene in the movie where the door from the bathroom, like they're setting all the equipment up, and it just opens up. At the end, he just comes out and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to go. And then that was like it was a little moment of relief.
And the same thing with the cop. There was like one point. It's like just a normal thing that people do, and you know, like you need something, because there was one scene where they needed a UV light or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're like, hey, go get the UV light, and then he was like, I need a UV light. Like
what,
he just said it
didn't
like,
know what a UV light?
Yeah, like it was funny though, but it's just like a normal thing, but it added like a good humor to it. So
overall, I have to say that just the movie was, to me, a phenomenal movie. It lived up to the hype. I completely agree with them moving it into the summer release, because I think it's going to make a lot of money. I think it's going to even go on to like Halloween time, and it's still going to be a really big movie, especially since Insidious is coming out. I think James Wan's just going to have competition with himself with the top 2 scary movies. But
overall, the movie was fantastic. The way he brought all the elements of comedy, of suspense, everything together. The strategies that he uses with this movie, with the camera angles, with everything that he does in this movie, I think is phenomenal. I think the way, like, it's not the most original plot like we stated before, but
the way he tells it.
The way he tells it is spot on. He is a master of his craft, and I just can't wait to see what else he has in store for us this year.
I thought it was a really good movie. As like a horror fan, I expect like the most. I expect to be creeped out, and like lately movies haven't been that good in the horror genre, but this movie is just plain creepy. And like, you know, Paranormal Activity, they all have jumpers. That's the best thing they have.
With it, but he doesn't rely on those.
Yeah,
things.
pretty much. And in this movie, you get creeped out like just without those jumpers. You just get creeped out just by looking at it, just by watching it, just by being there. You're creeped out, and you think about it even after you've left the theater. You're still thinking about it. You're getting paranoid as you're like walking inside the house. And I love that. I love being creeped out even after the movie. So I thought it was really good.
Let us know what you thought about The Conjuring down below if you were able to see it, what you thought was your favorite moment, the scariest moment in this movie. Let us know if you're excited for what James Wan has next. I know he's got Insidious again, Chapter 2 coming out this September. He's also got Fast and Furious 7, which I am so pumped to see what it is that he's going to do with that
Especially
movie.
with the turn that this genre has taken, what that whole movie series has taken.
Exactly.
I want to see his twist on it.
But let us know down below what you thought about the movie. Let us know anything about movies. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.